Hey guys, Merry Christmas and happy holidays from wherever you are. I hope you're doing fine. Thank you so much for joining me. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Maggie Hanari, and here is all about open and honest conversations about life experiences. And to those of you who aren't new, thank you so much for joining me once again. Thank you for your continuous support and being loyal to my channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please click the red button below. Make sure you subscribe and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video you get notified immediately. So today I'm gonna be doing a video on the things that I've learned in 2021. I do understand that 2021 has been that year, things going east, north, south, right, left and center. It's like a lot of things that almost 90% of the things that happened this year we never anticipated for them, but I'm just grateful at least God has given us a chance to learn lessons. So I'm gonna be sharing my own experience. Yeah, and let's just get started. In terms of friendships, I have learned to categorize my friends. These are Instagram followers, these are acquaintances, these are these are workmates, instead of just calling everybody that you vibe with friends and then you start saying people are fake. For me, friends is a big word. Not everybody that we vibe a lot are my friends. For me, friends are people that we are so much intimate with, and it's not about the quantity of time that we spend together but the quality of time. There are people that we don't talk for days, for weeks, but when we get to talk, when we get this chance, it just feels like the best thing that has happened to me. I feel like I am full of life. I feel like I'm just on top of the world. So it's just about the intimacy and also boundaries. It doesn't mean just because you're my friends you can get into my space whenever you want. I have a right to say no, and you have to appreciate that some things that you will tell me and I'll just tell you no, and it's not for you to get angry but for you to understand. So healthy adult friendships have boundaries and also communication. Whenever you feel like you're not comfortable with something, instead of just having to report them to someone else, you can always have to talk to them. And because they're your friends, they value your friendship, you can be able to work things out. And also praying for them, even if they haven't asked for it, just praying for your friends and just seeing them thrive and supporting them in everything that they do, correcting them. And I think again, it doesn't mean you're my friend, I can just watch you going the wrong way. I can correct you. And yeah, that is how we build healthy friendships. What I've learned in terms of relationships, I do understand when we are in our 20s, we really don't know who we are. We're trying to figure out ourselves, and then we meet people, and some of these people are manipulators. We feel like we just find ourselves, we fall in love with them. Every time, it's like every time you fall in love, you feel like they are the one. But I've learned one thing: when you are in your 20s, just be open to dating. Don't just fix yourself in one person, because you might end up being hurt because you don't know yourself. They also don't know yourself. They don't know even who they are. You just two lies, you are into it, and then you're you have seen the kids, you have seen everything, and this person doesn't even know your middle name. So let's slow down and just make this dating be a thing to learn about a person. I know it's difficult, but I believe you can do it, because there is no one particular person for you. How many people have you met and you have kept on telling yourself this one, I know they're the one, and then they don't. In short, have a life, have a career, get lost in your career, get lost in your friends, instead of just you're so much investing in this person and they're not even investing the same way. So just take this as an opportunity to learn and just be open-minded. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And just get to learn as much as you can learn about yourself. In terms of finances, I have come from a background where I've just seen it's people, their standards of living are always the same. You don't see them improving, whether their salaries increased or life is just there. And for me, I'm this kind of a person that I just love progress. I just want to see myself better and better each and every year. But just I was just wondering, why are these people stuck? Is this something like a generational curse or something? But I've just learned it's all about poor choice of finance. People really make wrong decisions. A lot of us, we go to school, but we are never taught how to like manage finances. We're just spending howly. Everybody just says saving. You're saving, you don't know what you're saving for. But I have just come to learn a lot about finances. Just as Robin Sharma said, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And I can tell you, since I got interested in learning about finances, I've just been able to come across so much content that has really helped me improve the way I manage my finances. I've been able to watch the series The Smart Money Woman. The Smart Money Woman, that was the ultimate best for me. It was so much good for me. It opened my mind in terms of spending triggers, investment, and so much more. So I highly recommend it for you. I've also been following Finance Coach Winnie on Instagram, and it's just an eye opener whatever they give. And then we have Susan Wanjiku, that's on YouTube. You just go and watch, like, I think that video, the 50-30-20 rule. It will really be an eye opener for you. So in 2022, I'm just looking forward towards building great money habits and just like seeing myself progress forward. In terms of myself, my relationship with self, I can say it has improved, because long time ago I was this like kind of a person that was so much hard on myself. I was like, everything is my fault. When relationships don't work, when things don't work, go on my way, it was like it's always my fault. But I've just learned to be tender with myself, be gentle with myself, and just getting to understand myself. Why am I always the victim? Why am I always being like things are not working out? And it has really helped me just love myself more, learn to prioritize myself, learn to say no, and just really work on improving myself. And I can say, when I look back a few months ago, last week, I'm not the same person. I'm really seeing improvement. I'm loving myself more and just doing things that are really good for me and my brand and my future self. In terms of family, I've just learned to love them from a distance. I know they can be toxic, and sometimes you're like, you can't cut off your family members because these people, will meet them in family gathering. So it's just like learning to love them at a distance, learning to say no, and just learning to protect my peace. Another thing is like, I know most of us just come from broken families. It's like you're just always telling yourself, like, when I grow up, when I'm this age, I'm trying to bring my family together. But I've come to learn, like, that is not for you to do, just for you just to get to learn and just pray for them, because some things are really beyond our what we can control. When we look back, these conflicts started way back before we were born. So there is nothing we can solve, but just get to learn from them and just make sure that our future families just don't end up like them, and like just letting things be in God, like just praying. Another thing that I have learned about this year is like death has finality, and I can say it motivates me to just be my best and just be kind to others. Like this year I lost friends. Like there's a lot of people that I knew that have died, and we weren't even prepared for that. And like when I lost this friend, I was like, man, I just felt like I was never that kind enough. I was never there in the situation, and this person in my past has always been there, and it really made me feel bad. So I just told myself, you know what, I'm just gonna be kinder, I'm gonna be tender, I'm gonna like check on my friends, I'm just gonna love them, because we don't know when we're gonna lose them. Nobody knows the hour. And what really sucks when you lose somebody is you asking yourself what you could have done best. So make sure you are tender, you're just kinder, because you never know when will be the last time you'll be able to see this person. In terms of health, this year I haven't been able to like prioritize my health. I've not been working out because I really had some mental issues here and there. I've not been able to eat healthy, but come next year I'm really looking towards like building a healthy routine and just making sure like I work out and just being able to eat healthy. Another thing I've learned this year is that your way is not God's way. Like this year I really prayed for a lot of things, and indeed God answered, but those situations that I prayed for really broke my heart. They almost led me to depression, and at the time I was like, God, I have prayed for this, I have fasted for this, and why is it hurting me? But what I've come to learn is that like, just because you've prayed for something, it doesn't mean that this thing won't hurt you. It might bring a lot of pain to you, but those are just lessons. And that reminds me in the scripture, when you look at the Israelites, when they were being taken out of Egypt, it was a huge relief for them. They know they won't suffer. They knew that things gonna be okay. It's gonna be a bed of roses. But whatever happened in the wilderness, it really took a toll in their faith. And to them it was a form of punishment. There was a time even they wanted to go back to Egypt, but to God it was like preparing them for a greater purpose, because God knew even if they go to Canaan, they will have to face some situations. So that wilderness was a place for them to get prepared, to get ready to face whatever that will be in Canaan, so that they won't have to like lose heart. The same thing applies in our situation. Sometimes when we pray for things, it happened, and then we're there, it's like we're just like, God, take me back where I was, because things were much better there. But it's just God telling you, you know what, this is a place that I want you to grow, so that when I elevate you, you don't have to like when I elevate you, you just have to like, you're gonna explore fully your purpose and just like live fully. And also learning to be honest with God, having honest conversation with God, just telling God how you feel. In what I've learned about spirituality, it's not about the holier than thou thing, like because it's God you're so much scared. I am always true with God. I tell God, you know what, God, whatever is happening to me right now, this situation is really breaking my faith in you. It makes me feel like you're far away from me. And just like having that honest conversation with God really helps me to feel like there is somebody who cares for me. And that is how I was able to get this revelation that whatever I'm going through, that even if whatever I prayed for, it's hurting me, but it's just preparing me for a greater purpose. Yeah, so make sure you don't lose heart, and just keep this in mind. Always be ready. Just because you're praying for something, it doesn't mean like it's just gonna work out the way you want. Things may really take a toll on you, but just don't lose hope. Just know that God is working on you. So guys, that is what I've learned this year. So before I leave you, I just want you to be in a place of gratitude. You may not have the best decor in the house, you may not have the best family gathering, like foods and everything, but at least you have your family. That is something that you need to be really grateful for, because so many people like right now they are in funerals, they are in disgust, like they are in grief, they have lost their loved ones, but you don't have like everything that you want for this festive season, but at least your family is there for you. That is all that matters. The physical things don't matter. What matters is that you can be able to see your loved ones. So just be grateful for that. Just be grateful for that. Life is very important. This 2021, we have lost so many people, and if your family is lucky, you're lucky to be alive. That is one thing you should be so much grateful for. So be in the present, love them, be kind, because you never know when you will get to see them again. So guys, thank you so much for watching. This is the last video for this year. Thank you so much for the ultimate support, and next year I'm looking forward towards creating more and more great content for you guys, and I know we will grow together. We'll be able to help each other. So thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas and a happy new year. I'll see you in my next video. Bye. May God keep you.